Welcome to Pitch in the Zone, our weekly gathering of a couple of coaches that help one presenter with a 3-minute pitch. Today, we actually have Samantha Worrell, and she has been a presenter before and is an active contributor to Pitch in the Zone. And she is going to do her second pitch based on the feedback she has received in earlier sessions. Welcome today, Samantha. And our coaches today, as always, Nathan Gold of the Demo Coach in San Francisco. We have Michael Marchuk, hailing from Chicago, a speaker, author, and a CTO for Blue Prism. And then we have Marco Vezzale, joining us from Thailand, a serial entrepreneur with a lot of experience in presenting and pitching. And also we have John. He will be or was a presenter just recently here, and Nina, who has been in your seat, Samantha, a couple weeks ago, 2-3 months ago already. And so I think we are a nice small little group today that will be able to help you improve your pitch even further. Like last time, Marco will be your timekeeper. He has set the countdown to 3 minutes. Once the countdown reaches the end, it moves into a count up to see if you went over time.
Okay.
With that in mind, Samantha, are you ready?
I am.
All right. Do you want to share your screen, or do you not use any slides today?
No slides.
No slides. Perfect. In that case, Samantha, the floor is yours.
Thank you. So, good morning, everyone, and thank you for your time today. Let me ask you to do something real quick. Can you recall the last time that you personally received a gift, especially an unexpected one? Do you remember how that felt? That feeling when you first saw the package, that feeling as you opened it, the curiosity, maybe anticipation, or perhaps a little sparks of excitement as you discovered what it was. That feeling that I suspect you're feeling right now thinking about that gift, that feeling is what I help people to evoke every day with their clients. My name's Samantha, and I'm the founder of The Gift Tailor, a boutique business gifting firm. For 12 years, I was a compliance lawyer, helping firms on both sides of the Atlantic get to know their clients on a much deeper level than typical. So I've taken my years of deep dive research and combined it with a personal love of helping folks find and give gifts. Now, I can deliver that secret sauce to you and your gifting situations and projects, whether it be business or holiday related. With the Gift Tailor's help, you can more easily connect with the folks that matter to you in a less transactional, more personal way. But Sam, you may say, I can just go onto that online shopping mall of Amazonian proportions. You see what I did with that pun there? But Sam, I can go online and go searching for gifts myself. So let me put this to you. Which would grab your attention more if it arrived at your door? This? Or this? And which of these do you think your clients are seeing more of at this time? This? Or this? With packaging like this on the inside. I bring to you a consulting experience, shifting your gifting away from merely a commodity, and you don't have to lift a single finger. From ideas and design to sourcing and delivery, I take care of it all for you. I'm sure there are some folks that you'd like to connect with through business or holiday gifts. So I invite you to meet me for a 10-minute chat to share how we can help you bring those feel-good moments to key people in your world. So just send an email to hi@thegifttailor.com, and I look forward to connecting with you.
All right, all right, all right. Timing is perfect, Samantha. Exactly 3 minutes and some 3 seconds or something. So no biggie there. I felt your energy was a little bit missing here today. You seemed extremely relaxed, almost too relaxed, right? So, but let me open the floor. Michael was making a similar comment in the chat box about energy. So let me start today with Michael. Michael, the floor is yours. We are a small group today. Take all the time you need.
Well, hopefully my audio won't blow out Nathan's speakers this time. But Sam, I thought your reading was too obvious. I mean, the message was right on point, though. I like the way you termed everything, but I don't know if it's something you can either memorize or have some bullet points to help prompt you to be a little more natural as you're talking to us. Because it felt like you were reading stuff, even like, again, the messaging was good, but you were reading it. It felt that way. To Claudio's point, that the energy was flat. It is very much like you were reading about something you were trying to do. And I like the concept of holding the packages up. Hold up the Amazon package upside down, though, so it shows a frown when you say, did you get these? And that way it's a frown. But I like the idea of doing that. I think instead of holding the box up, I might hold up or tilt the box that shows that really nice package on the inside, because I do get boxes and they're not super exciting on the outside. Neither are my packages from Amazon. But when you see the inside, that probably would be a much better example of what you're giving to them. And that would get them more excited about simply the outside of the box that you showed.
Thank you. And yeah, you called it. I mean, I was still working on it, so I was totally reading. I'm not going to deny that. Yeah, so you called it. So I'm still working on the script and memorizing it. So.
But I mean, again, the messaging you had was very good. I think if you took all those words and you put them into, and let your personality shine through, I think it'd be awesome.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I agree. And I think once you're getting off the reading, your energy will automatically come up. It's automatic. Marco.
Yes, thank you. Well, let's start with great opening. I love the idea of letting people remember when they got a gift, so you connect with them emotionally. The only point, to me, you make 2, 3, 4 examples. I mean, 1 or 2 is enough. Just say, remember when you opened that and received that, and then you see that, and say, hey, just, I think it's a little bit too much. To me, 1 or 2 points is enough. And then you can start describing what you do in order to do that. As Michael said, yeah, I guess your notes were up to the screen because your eyes were going up every time. So I guess that was where they were. Of course, the energy, it was, I mean, the vocal variety was not bad, but it was not, you know, because you were probably reading a little bit, so it was not strong enough, I would say. And just one small thing, the props, good idea, of course, to show them. I like that. Just maybe try to position them in a better place, because it looked like kind of cumbersome to pick them up and you move, just put them somewhere else, easier to grab. But yeah, I love the idea even more than before. So I think very, very good progress. And I look forward for the next version if you can join us again. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
and yeah,
you.
you're right about the cumbersome. It definitely felt it. Like, where was I putting? I walked through it, but yeah.
Yeah. Great feedback. Thank you, Marco. Nathan, take all the time you want, take all the time you need.
Well, I know there's other people we need to hear from too. Besides, in fairness, I've been working with Sam on the side, And to let everybody know, I actually encouraged her yesterday to read it today because we had made so many changes to the content. So I'm very pleased that most of you really enjoy, or all of you have responded that the content is more on point now, which is always the first step when it comes to these kinds of things, right? And now, as you all pointed out, it's time for Sam to internalize all these words and let it become more natural in the way she talks about it. So I'm very happy. Sam, your opening really did it for me. I agree a little bit with Marco on how many pauses we want to put in there, but we can tighten that up a little bit. But the pausing is important in that opening, especially at the end of that process where they're starting to really feel that pause. A little bit more of a pause would be helpful there. And the packaging, I love the idea of show and tell because not enough people do it. Michael's idea of turning it upside down accidentally on purpose is brilliant. And then I suggest you use a smaller package that you have designed, because the outside box, it looked like a brown box. So your first show and tell, I didn't really get, it's just a brown box compared to an Amazon. But like Michael said, if you just show us what's inside the box and how beautifully it's wrapped and whatnot, which you typically get a box from Amazon, and the thing is in there with not even a bubble wrap and it's bouncing all over the place, right? Because they're in such high velocity. Just throw it in the bag and get it out. That's not you. So really do like the way it's coming along and evolving. And I'm sure in a week or two, folks, you'll hear Samantha do this by just looking straight into the camera, never taking her eyes off the camera, because she's got it completely internalized. But you were spot on. The timing, I thought she's going to finish with 1 second on the clock, because you could have said literally thank you at that moment and you were done. Well done. Well done.
Excellent. Thank you.
Chris,
Thank
Nina,
you.
hi. Oh, hi, missed it. But Chris, Nina, John, you all can participate.
Yeah, absolutely. Chris, just unmute yourself.
Hi, I came in the middle of the talk, so I feel a little funny saying much.
Okay.
I'll just say I like the idea. I mean, Amazon does what Amazon does well, and I think there's room for other people to do other things well in addition. So that's really all I have to say.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Nina, John.
So I'm going to go. So Samantha, you have a lovely smile. I'm just trying to find you. So you have a really nice smile, lovely smile. And I really like your concept. It's very, very interesting. You know, I mean, to help people find the right and personalized gifts for someone is, I think it's a fantastic concept. You know, my younger son's birthday parties, you know, next week, and I found somebody who will help me find the return gifts as against buying them on Amazon, you know, so I've got an example for you right there. I think, though I love the idea, I would like to know a little more about, I don't know if you've already done this or if you're doing it going forward, but actually talk about, you know, I helped this person find the right gift for so-and-so, and this is how, you know, when I'm thinking gifts, I'm thinking Santa Claus, and I'm thinking like all these, so just bring out, you know, what happened in that situation, how this made this moment for that person when they took this perfect gift, not just how it's packaged, but because you said you're good at research, you know, you come from a law background, and I want to see those transferable skills, because if you've been a lawyer, you're good at research, you're good at digging deep and finding out that those nuances which someone else is not able to pick up on. Maybe you talk about those transferable skills and something. I mean, I just want to see this fabulous moment when the person found the perfect gift, and then they, you know, that I just want to see a bit of that, and how you do that. I mean, I don't know if there'll be that much of time, but how do you find that perfect gift, and how do you personalize? What do you do? What do you bring to the table? You know, I mean, a bit of that. So these things, yeah, maybe you could bring in an example where you actually show how you make this fabulous moment, you know, because gifting is such a personal and such a nice thing. So those are the things. Yeah, and you have a lovely smile. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, thank you. And I like that idea of showing, you know, walking through almost like a case study. I expected maybe a whole another pitch for itself, another 3-minute pitch. So watch this space. I'll bring that to you after I've prepared this one. But I like the idea of showing an actual example for clients.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but I absolutely agree with Nina about, you know, the packaging. To me, it was almost a little bit too much focus just on the packaging, right? There was something that was missing there as well. And I think Nina just put the finger on exactly what that was. Thank you very much, Nina. And we have Hai came in, but you came in right after the pitch. So
yeah,
thank
sorry.
you. Yeah, okay. And then we have John Adrian. What were your observations? Again, we are doing extremely well on time today, so do not and take your time.
First off, Samantha, great job. I loved not using any slides like that. To me, that right away was an attention grabber. I was like, oh God, like she's not going to use any slides. Like, I'm really curious about what she's gonna, how she's gonna do this, what she's gonna say. I think Claudio and Michael nailed it. Once you go through it a couple times, then you'll just kind of need a couple bullet points, because you'll say, I have this down. Here's a couple bullet points just to make sure I stay on pace. And then once you do that, I think your personality is going to shine. I think the inflection in your voice and that smile and all of that and all that passion is going to come out a lot more naturally. So I had that note. And then I definitely agree with Nina. Maybe, and I know it's tough in 3 minutes, but spend a little bit of time talking about how you pick out the right gift, or maybe even just like a quick example will be enough to show people kind of a little bit of the how you do it. And then I would actually put that before the packaging, and then I would just use that small packaging, which is your more personalized packaging, and say, and now what if you got a gift like that came in a package that looked like this? And then again, Michael's idea of turning the Amazon to a downward frown was great as well. But yeah, that's really all I had. I think most people covered most of it, but I thought it was fantastic. I think not using any slides is a great idea. And then once you get that down without the slides, then it's just you and your personality. And I think that's going to go really, really far.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you very much, John. We still have a good couple minutes on the clock. Anybody else has any additional comment for Samantha? Yes.
Maybe just a short thing. You basically, if I don't recall wrong, you just tell the name of your company right at the end. It's just one time. Maybe just saying it couple more times just to remind people, you know, just once at the end. If you miss it, it's gone. You know, I understand that in our maybe real pitch, like you hand out business cards or something, but maybe somebody else is just watching the video and they have to go back or something. Just maybe say it twice or something. It will help. I don't know, just.
But it was in the middle, so you want to hear it sooner, or because it was kind of a bit more in the middle, so.
Well, you know, when you say we do that or that, maybe instead of saying I or we do that, just say, you know, the gift Tailor will do it for you. So you repeat the name. You use instead of we, say the name.
Yep. Excellent.
And by doing that, instead of the I or we, Samantha, you make yourself sound like a bigger company.
Okay.
When you say I will do this for you, you're a company of one.
And may I ask, I know it's a bit back to front, but I always wonder about that, whether to use the I or the we, because I think I sounds too, it just sounds too I, me, you know, it sounds too me. So I tend to use the we, or I kind of flip-flop between the two of using the we just because it doesn't sound so I, you know. What do you all think about that, just kind of generally?
The we sounds similar to at the gift tailor. We. It's similar in my mind.
Okay.
What do the other people think?
Yeah,
John
absolutely. Absolutely. The we also, you know, it gives you more of a company kind of statement, right? So I like if you're going back and forth, you know, when it's something that's really from you and personal, use I, but when it's more about the company, use we.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Now, the one thing that...
The other thing too you could do that might make it a little more endearing, sorry, the one thing you might be able to do that make it more endearing is as you're talking about the gifts that you're providing, you could say, the gift tailor family would like to be able to do this, or the gift tailor team, what, you know, somebody that's, it's more than you, but it's that personalization. Hey, we're doing a gift thing, and it's our family to your family type of thing to make it even more personal. Even though probably literally it'll be your family to them, the fact is that you're bringing that to a more comfortable setting and more personal.
Yeah, I guess so. So comparing the word family with Amazon, right? You compare the big company corporation with the family kind of concept.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Excellent feedback today. Really, really great. And one common thread was a little bit about the energy. You know, again, you were very, very relaxed, perhaps almost too relaxed, right? So let me ask Nathan, when somebody's coming to you as a client and you get the feeling there could be a little bit more enthusiasm, there could be a little bit more energy in the voice and in the speed and in the pace, what are the recommendations that you usually give in order to pump that up a little bit?
If someone comes to me with a script that they've written, the first thing I typically do is shock them. And the way I shock them is I take their script and I read it back to them. But I read it back to them using the best voice I can come up with, like, good morning, my name is John Adrian, and I try to do what I do. Even with Europeans, I go over the top so that they can hear what they've written in someone else's voice. And more than half the time, they always say, oh my God, that sounds terrible. We need to fix that. Boy, the problem statement went on and on and on. Oh my God. And it's their words. So I like to feed back to them their own script so that the first question out of my mind is, so what do you think? And normally people are honest. They say, oh man, the problem took way too long and you were digging deeper. And it's, you mean, I'm using your words. So generally speaking, that's the first thing I do, and it's a big shock to them. Then we break down the script and we build it back up and leave out all of the empty calories stuff. Like Marco was saying in Sam's opening, there was probably 30% wasted calories, empty calories in the first opening salvo. And then from there, we just build it back up. And then I have people take their script and bold the words they want to emphasize, or change them into a different color, put the word pause in there, italicize smaller so you don't actually get to that word and then read the word, right? And then they work with their script over time to get off the script so that they can get beyond that memorization point. Now, memorization is not for everybody. In fact, memorization is typically a bad thing for most people. And when people first come to me and they say, I'm working on memorizing my script, my question to them is, are you a trained actor or actress? Have you memorized monologues before? And they go, no. Then stop memorizing. Stop memorizing, because it takes people too long to memorize. We can all memorize, but I can tell you a 5-minute monologue would probably take the average person 3 to 5 weeks before they get over the point of, okay, I've got it memorized. Now you have to perform it. Like, bring the energy, the enthusiasm, and all the things we're talking about that Sam kind of left out here. That takes a couple of weeks. before you can get up there and just do it and look around and know what's happening and think about other things while the words are coming out of your mouth. And so when people come to me and say, I'm memorizing, the first thing I tell them to do is throw the script away, pick up Google Docs or pick up your Word and hit the dictate button or the voice typing button and just speak it. Talk your script out. Don't write your script, because if you write your script, you write it to be read by people's ears typically. You fix the grammar and then it doesn't sound like you anymore. So I highly recommend, if you want to memorize something, start by just opening up a Word doc, click the dictate button and do what Sam just did. Good morning, my name is Sam from the Gift Tailor, blah, 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 blah. And it translates, transcodes or whatever. It takes your words and it puts it in at 99%. Then you take that and read that into a voice recorder using all the enthusiasm and passion you can do, like you were reading it on the radio. And then you listen to that as often as possible. And by listening and listening and listening to yourself, you'll train your brain much faster. And then when you go to speak it, your brain will just kind of pull those words out. And if they don't come out exactly the way you wrote them, who cares? You're not Shonda Rhimes. None of us are a Shonda Rhimes writing scripts so that in 2 seasons from now, they reference back something to this season. And if you don't say those words exactly the way she wrote them, you're fired. It's our own script. If you say sentences out of order, doesn't matter. Nobody knows except maybe you and your coach. Sorry for the rant, but that's what I typically do when it comes to that stuff.
Oh, that's absolutely great. That's why I asked you, because we all have different approaches, right? We all have different approaches. So I do appreciate this very, very much. There were a couple of real nuggets in there, I believe. So Samantha, I hope today's session helped you once more to improve, to give you some ideas. And I have to agree with pretty much everybody else that mentioned it. Michael's idea of putting that logo of Amazon upside down, I think that was already worth the 30 minutes of time investment today for everybody here. I love the creativity, and you know, it's something that Amazon probably never even thought of, that, you know, turn it around. And so great stuff. Samantha, are you happy?
Yes, thank you. And I'd like to come back in a couple of weeks if you all don't mind. And
oh, absolutely.
Sure.
This is an incremental process, and I already look forward to the next version. Yeah.
Okay. Thank
Definitely.
you. Thank you for having
Okay. And with that, I want to thank everybody on the call. As always, you have been fabulous, not just for our presenter, but for everybody else on the call, because we are learning so much from each other, and also in the recordings later on. With that, I wish you all a great day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world, and see you again next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.